It's 5 to 9. Beyond an online shopping habit, do too many of us have a habit of returning what we buy online? So much so that businesses are struggling to cope. Research for You and Yours on Radio 4 has found that more than half of all clothes bought online are sent back. We're joined from the radio car by Justin Opie, Managing Director of IMRG, the UK's Online Retail Association, and from Leeds by the retail analyst Kate Hardcastle. Good morning.
Good morning.
Kate Hardcastle, isn't this a necessary part of the concept of people buying goods unseen?
Very much so. The consumer cites that the availability, convenience and a good returns policy are all amongst the reasons that they would shop online. And they like the flexibility. They like to be able to trust in that the law is on their side for returning things without hassle. And they see it as one of the, more convenient parts of the process where they can try items on online with their own wardrobe in the comfort of their own home.
So that means, Justin Opie, that retailers should just accept that that's part of the deal?
Well, yeah, I think it's a bit of a double-edged sword, though, because, on one hand, the retailers have to make sort of returns as cheap and convenient as possible. But similarly, in doing so, that means the returns rate rises. So, it's a real challenge, but it's such a hotly contested environment. It's a sort of essential strategy for the retailers.
But do you think it is becoming a problem if it is this proportion, if this survey is borne out and this proportion of clothes bought online that are being sent back? Does that mean things will have to change in terms of pricing of the items themselves or delivery costs?
Well, I think you're seeing pricing evolve anyway. I mean, for quite a long time now, consumers have expected free delivery and free returns. And you're starting to see, in some cases, the pricing threshold for delivery, for free delivery, increase. And also, retailers, yes, they do recognise there's a very real cost to providing this service, but it's a kind of a trade-off. If they don't provide this free service and convenience, then of course there's a risk they're going to lose market share. And ultimately, I suppose the power rests with the consumer. And if the consumer is able to source goods or to buy goods for free and to return them for free, which is exactly what they look for, then the retailer's under an awful lot of pressure to oblige.
I mean, there's an immense difference in the threshold for any free delivery and indeed whether retailers offer a free return service. A huge amount of variation in that. Kate Hardcastle, is there a particular problem with women's wear? Because it does seem from this survey that it is more women's wear that is being sent back than other clothing.
I think that the challenge is that, the woman is now having more power and more consumer power at her fingertips. She's enjoying the ability to go online and try different styles, different sizes in the comfort of her own home. And I've just come back from the States where actually companies there are using that as a reason to sell. The flexibility. Do order as many different styles as you want. Do order the different sizes so you can be fully comfortable in our transaction. And as just mentioned, 70-80% of online consumers are saying, if there's hassle-free returns, then the rating and my interaction with that store is going to be higher. But, this is a trade-off against a very expensive run in-store, high street offer with many, many staff. So one cost kind of work out against the other.
So Justin Opie, the woman consumer who does that, is she acting unreasonably or unfairly to the retailer by, perhaps buying more than she needs with the assumption of sending things back?
I don't think so. I mean, I think, consumers are going to behave in the most convenient way to them. And it's true, actually, we did some research and we had exactly the same results. And as an item, dresses are by far the most, the garment most highly returned.
All right. Justin Opie and Kate Hardcastle, thank you both very much.
And that's it from